Um, I didn't do very well um, after Steve passed away. I and even during the time, and I have to give flowers to my sister Yvette because when my dad passed away, Yvette had to grow up really, really fast and just jump into the shoes of my mom because my mom shut down. Uh, she shut completely down. I was in junior high school. I had one sister that was a senior in high school, and Yvette was in college. And Yvette had to get a job. You know, she couldn't go. She couldn't go to college like she wanted to at that time. So when it happened to me, she jumped right in. She took care of everything. Um, that's who you were talking to because she I couldn't talk to you. Um, you helped me out a lot as well. Um, you came and spent 3 weeks with me, and just with my sister losing her sister and then having to step in to help her other sister after a loss of her husband was a lot. Um, and I thank her for that because I don't know what I would do. Um, when you got here, I think y'all were running tandem, right? I guess a lot of it I don't remember. Um, but I know that you were in a different place in Texas and you didn't know you didn't know where to go. You didn't know anything about where I live, but you were making sure those kids got to school and you were cooking and you were cleaning and you were doing everything. Uh, you guys both were, and I just want to give you guys y'all's flowers because you're right, and you do know me. We've been friends for goodness gracious, 15, 20 years. Uh, and I will lose it. Uh, but to answer your question, no, there's no way that I would be able to take care of my children if it hadn't happened to me at 13. I used to pray that my kids did not go through that. So when Seth had his 13th birthday, I was like, oh, cool, we made it. And then I said, Lord, please, Jesus, I got two more. If we can get past 13, we're going to be okay. And we didn't make it. So I was a little angry about that. I was angry about that because I prayed hard. I did not want them to have to go through what I went through. But there's no way. I just I just tried to do the opposite of what my mom did, and also understand what she was going through. My mom was the only child, so she didn't have anybody but the three of us that were at home. That's it. Of course, my other siblings, of course, they did what they could, but they didn't live with her. We did. We were there 24/7. It was a deafening silence then, and it was a worse, even deeper, haunting silence when it happened to me. Just I can't even describe the loneliness, but I had to try to get myself together because they had to go back to school. When it happened to me, we missed, oh goodness, over a month. Over a month of school. The principal had to come to our home and tell my mother that we got to go back to school. We didn't want to go. I didn't want to go. But I didn't want my kids to be like that. So um, I just had to get myself together as much as I could, because what I realized, me going through it at 13, was that my little life was still going on. And I felt like she had forgotten that I had just made cheerleader in junior high school. And my dad was sick when I made cheerleader. I didn't cheer at one game. Not one. Um, and I didn't want them to go through that. So whatever they were involved in, I went 100%. We went to every football game Seth had, everything he had. We had uh, every school color you can think of. I was just trying to be supportive, and I did them the same way. I did not want. I didn't mind my life stopping, because I wanted my life to stop. I wanted my life to end, but I couldn't do that to them. So that was in a in an eerie type of way. That was my blueprint. I saw my mother go through the same thing. She was in her early 50s. I was 46. And I said, you got to get it together, because you know how you felt. It ain't nothing but the Lord. I prayed for peace because I felt like I didn't need no more strength. Goodness gracious, how much stronger do you want me to be? I don't want to be any stronger. Lord, grant me the peace that surpasses all understanding. And he did.